What's going on, my trainer club? Today we are going to look at how to hit excellent throws every single time on Terrakion to make sure that when you see a good one, you can catch it, or if you want to catch every single one, you have the best chances to do so. So welcome to the trainer club. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. Let me know in the comments below, how did you do on Terrakion today? Are you excited about this one? I really like this raid boss. So we've already done the counter guide. So if you haven't checked out my counter guide, you make sure you want to do so because there is one Suprema counter that is going to take over the top. So you definitely want to check that out because it's going to be weak to a decent amount of things. And we have some pretty powerful counters that do depend upon the weather conditions. Next, we're gonna check out the excellent throw tutorials, and then later this week, we're gonna check out the best of the best to see if it is in your best interest to power up Terrakion in Pokemon Go. Two quick notes. Number one, I have some pre-orders coming up for Black Friday, so for anybody that is into doing a little bit of a pre-order early and getting a good deal on some of my products, we're gonna have some socks, some sweatshirts with some different unique colors, as well as some beanies coming in there. Make sure to check out my site, which is gonna be thetrainerclub.com, or you can check it out in the description below. And thank you guys so much for all the shares, the likes, the comments, and everything that you guys do to make sure that these videos get out to the people who need to see these videos, because we just hit 70,000 subscribers. So I super appreciate all you guys, honestly. Thank you guys for allowing me to do this. Thank you guys for following me, for sharing me, for giving me your comments, your feedback, your interacting with me on Twitter and Instagram, which is definitely something you guys are going to want to start following. If you don't follow me on Twitter or Instagram, it's going to be at the Trainer Club with 2 B's, because I'm going to be doing some giveaways because it's the Christmas season. I'm feeling giving, and there's going to be some dope products that you can only get on certain platforms. So if you are not following me on either of these platforms, now would be the time to do so, to be proactive, because only commenting on those platforms is going to get you a win. I will do one on each of them, but having more chances to win is going to be your best bet to win some of my products. And then secondly, we're gonna have a meetup in New York City on this Saturday, November 30th from 11 to 1 p.m. So let's get into it right now. Terrakion 100% IVs is going to be 2113 for level 20 non-weather boosted, and since it is rock and fighting combination, it's going to get boosted in partly cloudy and in cloudy weather. It's going to be 2641 level 25 boosted in both of those conditions, which is now going to lead us into how do we hit excellent throws every single time. If you guys have been with me and you know the strategy, you want to get straight to the video, check the pinned comments below. But if you want to have a refresher of my strategy, I'm going to give it to you now before we get into the slow-mo and the highlights of what these videos are really going to help you out with. So here we go. First thing we have to do, as always, is going to be set the ball, set the circle, which is going to be hold down the circle in the dock. You're going to push your finger on there and hold down that ball. You're going to watch the circle go from big to small, and then as soon as Terrakion starts doing an attack, it is going to freeze the circle, which is then going to be the opportune time for you to pick the ball up, start spinning it, or if you do a straight ball throw, and then you go ahead and release it before the attack is done. And if done properly, it is going to be the perfect timing release, so that just as Terrakion is finished with his attack, the ball is going to be hitting Terrakion right on the face in the excellent throw range. If you want to do a different besides the excellent throw, curveball with golden raspberry is going to have the biggest effect. And if it's going to be a great throw, which can be pretty big, because you can have a big great throw, you can have a smaller great throw, you can have a big excellent throw, or you can have a smaller excellent throw, and each of the tick downwards is going to increase your chances. That's why I always recommend to get down the consistency and make sure that you can hit consistently in the medium-sized great throw before you go to a smaller great throw and you're missing 50% of the balls, right? Like, always aim dead center of the Terrakion. It's going to help you out immensely for this raid boss and all the other raid bosses. Then we're gonna have to learn down the timing, so when to release that ball every single time, and the muscle memory of how far back Terrakion is. And that's gonna be how to hit excellent throws every single time. And if you guys practice, you watch these videos, you know exactly what we're doing. You guys go ahead and do this. I'm also going to flip the Terrakion around so I can make sure to help out everybody that spins clockwise with their left hand, or even if they spin clockwise with their right hand, right? So I'm gonna do that at the end as well. I heard some requests in the comments below, because I read majority of the comments. I try my best to respond to a good majority of them as well. So now we're gonna get into the slow motion, the fast motion with highlights and showing you exactly how I hit these excellent throws every single time, which is how I got consistent to catch these raid bosses quite frequently. And if you get 100% IV, you have all of the means to make sure you catch it. So definitely raid with friends to get your balls up and doing as much damage with my counter guide. So let's get into it right now. Here we go, guys. Excellent throws every time on the Terrakion. This is going to be super fun. So just check out the attack, nice and slow-mo right here. This is definitely what we want to do every single time we start a new raid boss, is just hold the ball down, get the attacks down, really see what Terrakion's going to do, and just watch how the circle size is going to be. And right here is going to be the biggest great throw that we can possibly get. Like I said, each down tick is going to make it a little bit better chances to catch. And this is going to be the smallest great throw that we have. And then if we go a little bit smaller, we have just about the biggest excellent throw that we can get on the Terrakion. And then a little bit smaller, quite a bit smaller, this is about the smallest excellent throw. So you see the big range here, and doing a curveball with a great throw is going to be really good chances as well. So don't think you have to do excellent throws, but trying to work towards this is really, really good and something beneficial for us. So now we're going to start setting you guys up and seeing how we throw these excellent throws every time, so we can get down the attack animation and we can master Terrakion in Pokemon Go. So here we go. We are going to wind up and we are going to throw. And Terrakion's a little bit further back than I anticipated, to be quite honest with you. So at the end of the video, if you guys check out the full sequence, you'll be able to see how the first two throws fall a little bit short. So here goes Terrakion. Notice where we are, and down, and then up release. So I did only 2 full circles right there. You can also do 1 like a big 6. But I like to do 2 just to kind of get the ball spinning. It's kind of what I feel comfortable with. So notice one more time. So here we're going to go with the circles one more time, and then we're going to release it there all the way back, and then Terrakion's circle is going to pop up and we're going to hit him right in the head. So this is about the best timing that I've had so far with Terrakion. So now we're going to start pausing it so you guys can see. Check out the up right here. Notice the Terrakion in the background, looking at what type of move he's doing, where he is in his attack animation. So then here's the down, and notice how fast that happened, guys. I noticed very early on that Terrakion moves very quick through his animations, so I wanted to make sure that I had this every single time mastered, and Terrakion right there is still in like this kind of like side swipe movement. And then here's the down. This is going to be right about where we release it. So Terrakion hasn't really moved much, but you see he's slowly starting to come back to the center. And right when we throw it, you're going to watch Terrakion come back, right? And he's going to take a step back, and then boom, it's going to hit him. And we timed that one so perfectly that he wouldn't even be able to do anything else except get hit with the ball. And this is full speed, guys. Like, it happens pretty quickly. You got to get ready. You got to go. You have to make sure to release it before the Terrakion is done with the attack in order to catch it, because if you do not do that, your circle will start resizing and it will make it appear that the circle size trick does not work. So we have one more thing for you guys, because I saw your comments. So this is going to be a reflected Terrakion. This is going to be for the people that are throwing with either their left hand or their right hand, and they're spinning in a clockwise direction and they're throwing it off to the left side of the screen. So if you want to replay that a couple times, you definitely can. So that's everything you need to know, guys. You got to take your time. You need to be as consistent as possible. You need to make sure you watch the attack. You have all of the throw mechanics down. You are very consistent. You know the timing and you know the distance. And with that, combined with my how to throw a curveball tutorial, if you haven't seen that, you definitely want to check that out, because I break it down of how to throw these curveballs, because I know at first it is definitely very intimidating, especially if you're a new player. But now we're going to check out how do berries, curveballs, and everything in between affect how your catch chances are catching Terrakion and other raid bosses in Pokemon Go. So let's look at it right now. So if we start at the very top with a normal throw, nothing onto it, it is a 2.17%. So I just wanted to make a quick note here that the pineapple berry is the exact same as using no berry, because it does not have an increased catch rate bonus as do other berries. So the raspberry is a 1.5 times multiplier, the golden raspberry is a 2.5 times multiplier, and the silver pineapple, which is a newer berry, is a 1.8 times multiplier. So it is in between, not directly in between, but a little bit increased from a raspberry, definitely decreased from a golden raspberry, but then you also get the double candy. So this is one thing that you may want to take into account. If you really don't like the Pokemon, you may want to go with a regular pineapple berry, but that's literally like using no berry. So if you did a normal with no curve, it's a 2%, but you can get it all the way up to a 6.67%, which is not all that good. However, the silver pineapple berry will bump you up. It is the better option, but note that you will be using a lot of silver pineapple berries on the legendaries. If we then add a berry, a raspberry, and let's say we were to do a great throw with a curveball, we now have 8%. So the ultimate thing you can possibly do, that's why I teach you these excellent throws, is golden raspberry, curveball, excellent throw, because it's going to make the biggest difference. It's going to go from a top left 2.17% all the way to the bottom right of a 15.85%, almost 16%, which is absolutely mind-blowing, the difference, because you do this every single time. I'm telling you, you guys think like, oh, I caught it on a bunk throw, like, but all the bunk throws, you're not always going to catch it on. That could have just been like a glitch that like, hey, I didn't hit it, but I had a golden raspberry, right? I threw a curveball, so I'm at 8.9%. That's pretty good compared to doing nothing with no berry at a 2.17%. So just with the golden raspberry and only a curveball, you're getting an 8.9%. But if you increase it and you add that extra 6%, which I would obviously recommend because that's why I make these videos, but if you do a raspberry with a curveball and an excellent throw, you are going to be at a 10%, but look at this, golden raspberry with a great throw. This is why I recommend great throws are better than not hitting any excellent throws, because now you're at a 13% chance. It's only a 2% differential. And even if you just do a nice throw with a curveball and a golden raspberry, you're at 10%, which is higher than using a regular raspberry with an excellent throw. So it is absolutely crucial that golden raspberry and even hitting just a nice throw or a great throw or an excellent throw with that curveball. That's why if you want to check out how to throw a curveball video, you don't know how to do it, it really significantly helps out your chances. If you notice here, it's over a 50% increase when you are using that curveball. Like I said, guys, curveballs, great throws with the golden raspberries is going to be the best chance that you can possibly get. And now we're going to check out the complete and the entirety of my catch sequence for the Terrakion, so you guys can make sure you know exactly what I'm doing. You see my consistency and you see how I do it every single time. So let's check that out right now. That's gonna do it, everyone. I appreciate you guys for being here. I hope you guys get the 100% IVs. Make sure to look out for it. Make sure to have the appropriate counters. If you want to check out the counter guide again, this is definitely gonna be where you want to see it, because you wanna have your party set up. You wanna be strong against it because it's gonna get more balls for you, and more balls is gonna be the name of the game. So that's gonna do it, guys. I super appreciate all of you guys for tuning in, all my likers, commenters, subscribers, and Patreon members, and everybody who takes their subscriptions to the next level, especially the people that share my videos. I really appreciate it. We just hit 70,000 subscribers, and I couldn't do it without all of you here. So thank you, guys. I'm gonna see you guys out. We got tons of content coming on the next video. Peace! I just want to take a moment and sincerely thank all of my Patreon members, everybody that has taken their subscription to the next level and chosen to support me on this platform. I greatly appreciate you guys. As a growing channel and really trying to grow and improve as much as I possibly can, I really appreciate the extra support. You guys mean the absolute world to me. I cannot wait to connect with you soon, and I appreciate you guys all for being a part of the Trainer Club. I will see you guys out on the next video.